we can get into this project Stained Glass Arcade.
Yeah,
Before you said there was like, oh well, first off, I gotta ask, is the cover, is that you when you were
that's me.
younger?
That's me.
Oh, okay, got you. And you got a mic where you performing way back when?
Bro, here's the context. So I'm Jewish, right? My dad's side of the family is Jewish,
Okay,
and but we weren't like my parents didn't raise us like super religious or anything. We didn't go like the Jewish religion, you go to synagogue and stuff. But
right, yeah.
my dad's side of the family, um, a few of my cousins and stuff, they did have like bar mitzvahs and bar mitzvahs. So that bar mitzvah, that picture is from a bar mitzvah.
Oh,
So
okay.
my cousin, my cousins, my aunt and uncle, my cousins folks, they had like hired like an actual band for the bar mitzvah. And
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? I already knew I wanted to rap and stuff. I think I'd already started writing rhymes like in my little notepad or whatever, notebook at
Mhm.
home or whatever. And dog, I just got up there and I said, bro, I'm doing this, bro. I'm about to freestyle, bro. And I just got up there and got loose. And then I didn't know that picture. I had wondered a bunch of times if there was like video footage, if there was something, some record of this happening. And then my cousin, not the one whose bar mitzvah was, but another one, he was
Mhm.
staying with my cousin's family, like when he was in town. And I think he was just looking through an old photo album, saw that picture, texted to me, bro, and I like lost my shit. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And then when I posted it on the gram, I hadn't thought about it being a cover. It was actually a friend of mine, my homie Cedric, who's a rapper too. Um, he was like, "Bro, you gotta make this album cover, bro." He
It's
was like,
it's it's dope.
"Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that because in my opinion, a part of what makes it cool is I already got like the rapper hands thing going. Like I already am like
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like I already got like my
Yeah.
upper hand doing something like I'm doing too much, and like to me, that's a part of like a part of the charm of it is like I was really in the moment. So you know, you
Okay.
know,
And you said stained glass arcade. You said that has a few different meanings, man.
yeah.
So what made you title that the project?
Well, at some point, dog, I just fell in love with the combination of words like stained glass is art and like all beautiful and like classically designed. You know what I mean? It's like,
Right,
like
yeah.
you know what I mean? You look at it and you're just like, wow. And then like, but like the arcade is like when you were a kid and you would go to the arcade, like you would just get lost in that shit. You know what I'm saying? You would like you never used to
Yeah.
want to leave the arcade. You'd be like, bro, I'm about to sit here and play Mortal Kombat until you know what I mean, until the cows come
I'm
home,
at a
bro. Like,
quarter.
dog, seriously, seriously. So like, it just the combination of words, it kind of like, and then and then at some point, I start thinking about like an elevator pitch, and so like it came to me like art from the kid at heart. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
obviously, obviously at the arcade, you know what I'm saying, is where it's like there may not be you'd be hard pressed to find a better example of like dope, like something that represents childhood in a dope way than the arcade and shit. Like, because it's like I ain't
Okay.
going to that shit now as an adult. Like you know what I mean. I ain't about to be like, oh, bro, I gotta go do skee ball. You know what I'm saying? Like I might, I might take my kid. You know what I'm saying? And like
Right.
but yeah. So that's really what it is. It just and it kind of sounded fly, like like I'm like the biggest Wu Tang fan on the earth. You know what I'm saying? To me, I think they're the
Okay.
greatest group ever and shit. And it kind of just sounded fly to me in a way, like how like Ghostface made like Supreme Clientele and Raekwon only built for Cuban links. Stained Glass Arcade to me just sounded like kind of exotic and dope. Like it just
Mhm.
didn't sound like everything else. You know what I mean in my mind. So,
Got you. Got you. And I guess what's the message behind the whole entire project?
bro, it. I mean, I guess there's a variety of things, but I would definitely just say the hardcore, like really, really stringent belief, like self empowerment, belief in yourself, belief in your creativity,
Mhm.
belief in your ability to like bend the world around you, into what you want it to be. Not letting other people's, um, opinions or negative, you know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm a big fan of maintaining your vision. So I guess that's what
Okay.
it is, like maintaining your vision, bro, sticking to your vision, and letting it grow and become this and become that. But you know what I mean? Just just the relentless belief in yourself and belief in your creativity and belief in your vision.
I feel that. I feel that. I like that message behind that thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and we can get into this song better, man. What was the inspiration behind this joint?
Man, I had wanted to do I had done a song with the same kids choir, not the same kids, but this is a choir that the homie Travis has been like in charge of now for years, right?
Hmm.
He works for like as far as I know, it's like after school, obviously, right? And dude, they're having an event on Saturday, bro, and like Travis is just like, bro, just one of the most like pleasant. He's so smart. He's so chill. You know what I'm saying? So we had done something
Right.
before. I had done a song, and I'll send it to you, bro. But it
Hmm.
was a concept song. I wrote a song about a dude that I grew up with who's in jail for like life. He was a really good basketball player. But I wrote this song, and it's on the other project that I put out recently that is just like a lost tapes type of thing, right? But that
Okay.
song is called The Ballad of Ahmad Nelms, and I had that choir do the song, right? But that's a little darker topic wise. So then I had heard that beat. It was on BeatStars. It's produced by this dude who I think lives in Fort Collins. Actually, his name is like his producer name is Dilly Got It Bumping, but his real name is like Dylan something. And
Okay.
he got a bunch of beats. I think he's like a trained pianist because he's got like a lot of beats that have that really pretty, piano vibe.
Piano.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
I
he's got
love
some
those
heat.
type of beats.
Yeah, bro, he's got some heat, bro. He's a very dope producer. And when I heard that beat, bro, it just sounded gorgeous. You know what I mean? I was just like, bro, this is such a pretty beat. Like, I just want to make something beautiful with it.
Right.
And that was just the chorus that came to me, bro. And the plan was always to have the kids choir. That was always the plan. You know what I'm saying? That was always the plan. And it couldn't have worked any better. You know what I'm saying? When that fool Travis came to Rocket Studio with these girls, it was 4 girls, black girls. I think 3 of them go to East. One of them was in middle school at the time, I want to say, and they're all like related. Bro, they were so cool. They had such cool personalities. There's nothing that's better than
Hmm.
being around like the youth, and you're like, oh man, these kids are so dope. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
they,
definitely.
you know what I mean? It makes you feel like, all right, we all were crazy, whatever. But like, yeah, they were just cool as
Hmm.
hell. These girls, and like, bro, they went in there and we set up the mics for it and stuff, and they knocked it out, bro. And it just came out like I just remember thinking like, oh, bro, I remember like driving, listening to it that night. This is before, J Trip, was on it yet. But because I wanted to present it to her like as close
Right.
to finished as possible. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, I'm a big fan of self improvement, and that's what the song is about. The song is called Better, and it's like we're gonna get better. And I'm a big fan of accountability. I'm a big fan of learning from your mistakes. Like I just don't see. I mean, I'm a big fan of therapy, bro. I go to therapy, bro. Like I'm a big fan of doing whatever it takes to try to be a better person. You know what I'm saying? And obviously be a better artist. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't.
Definitely.
I mean, it's like that was just the mentality behind it. And I don't remember exactly when, but I didn't think about getting really anyone else on it. Now, one other person actually. I'm not gonna say his name though, because it fell through. But we're still cool or whatever. But I always knew I wanted to have J Trip on there because she's dope. She is dope. I think
Yeah, she is.
she's dope. You know what I'm saying? She's talented. She's smart as hell. You know what I mean? And you can hear it in there. So yeah. And then last thing, shouts out to the homie Renaissance Mike. That's the cat playing the sax at the end. He's talented
Oh,
too,
okay.
bro. Yeah, and he knocked it out,
Got
bro.
you.
I love
Yeah,
that
he
part,
did.
bro. Yeah,
Yeah, I love the ending of it. Like it gave me hip hop gospel vibes, kind of how like
yeah,
Kanye did it. I
yep.
can't think of the actual
Oh,
song, but kind of how Kanye did it.
yeah,
And
yeah,
when I was listening to it, like kind of after her part, I was like, man, it would be dope. And as I'm listening to it, I was like a little sax solo would be dope at the end. And then I got it at the end, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh shit.
Oh man, I'm so glad you say that, bro. I'm so glad you say that. Yeah, bro. I mean, cause that's the thing. That's the I really take pride in the songwriting aspect. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
really trying to, make the best song possible. You know what I'm saying? Make something that people are really gonna like. Like I know. I mean, I'm a fan of music first, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I
Gotta be.
know. Yeah, and it's like I know all the time, there's times when there's just like that little sweet spot in a song, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like just little things, you know what I mean? Like that people put in songs that makes it just sound, that just elevates it. And that's what I for sure, felt like with that song. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. That sax definitely elevated the song. Cause I was like, cause I was thinking like no cap. I was sitting there
Yeah.
thinking, I was like, man, this would be dope right now. And
Yeah.
then I got it, and I was like, oh, that's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Yeah. I appreciate that, bro. I'm so glad. Like that means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? I really am glad that was even like a thought in your head and shit. Cause it was like I said, it was like I think I don't know exactly when. I mean, that's the longest I've worked on one song. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh
cause
damn.
it was the process. I mean, it was like I recorded the verse, I had done the chorus, then I had to figure out, man. We had to get. I think we had. Then we got the kids. Then we sent it to J Trip. Then we added the sax. So I mean, it was a process, bro. It was a process, but it was so worth it. You know what I'm saying? It was so
Oh,
worth it.
definitely.
Like I remember, it was
Very.
like I said, and that's what it's, bro. It's like going back to what I just said about just maintaining your vision, bro. Just like sticking
Mhm.
with it, bro. Like I know the finished version of this song is gonna be dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I know it's gonna be, and just you gotta be patient and you gotta believe in yourself and shit. And that's where my head was at. So
Definitely, definitely. All right, man. We can get into these lyrics, man.
sure.
Go ahead, rap it for the people.
All right, all right. Gotta watch your words, cause words got meanings. Gotta watch your surroundings. Them clowns be leeches. This is just my thesis on self-improvement. Yeah,
Yeah, man. Like right there when I was listening to it, I was like, yeah, words. You do got to watch your words because your words definitely not so much have meaning, but your words can be very powerful, especially to
yeah,
other people and like
yeah,
what you say to others, and then like what you honestly even say to yourself,
yeah,
and can be very powerful. So
yeah,
that's pretty much what I got from
yeah,
those bars right there. That, and
yeah,
sometimes your surroundings, the people you got around you can be leeches. They can be
yeah.
suck pretty much. Hold on,
Suck
I
the
don't want to
life
say
out of you,
that.
bro.
Yeah,
Suck the
yeah,
life
yeah,
out of you, bro.
yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, for
Vampires,
real.
energy vampires, people that just don't got nothing good going for themselves and don't want anyone else to have anything good going for them, you know?
They just want to drag you down.
Yep. And I mean it's like you hear, it's not like this I'm the first person, to ever get on wax and talk about it, but you have to talk about it because, community for good or bad is everything. The people that the people that you surround yourself with is
Facts.
everything. And it's like that's why it's like, I'm not a fan. Like I'm a loyal person, but only in I'm not gonna just rock with anybody just because I've known them for forever. Like if I
Right.
see somebody, kind of becoming something that I don't want to associate with, then I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna just be, you know what I mean? Like I don't gotta.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for nobody's approval on who I do or don't rock with. You know what I mean? I trust my judgment enough. So
Facts.
yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
All right. And these next bars right here.
Um, 10,000 hours, yo. It felt like 50. Bread on my head, yo. I felt like 50. Had a budgeted out, felt type thrifty. Still knocked it out the park, yo. I felt like Griffey. Yeah.
I just want to say when you said felt like Griffey, that part right there, and then like in the background here, like you hear the
The
baseball hit out the
baseball,
park.
the
Yeah,
baseball
yeah.
sound.
I was like, "Ooh!" when I first heard it.
Yeah,
It was one
yeah.
of those moments.
I'm glad, bro. I'm glad. Yeah, because that's definitely what I was going for, bro. But yeah, I mean, so for example, like it's not like I didn't, I'm obviously a believer in that 10,000 hours theory. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Um, although I mean, I think that there's plenty of examples of people who, were great at things long before, they put in 10,000 hours. But
Hmm.
I just know I put in so much, time into making music and getting better at making music and the whole like songwriting process. And but you'll have those moments where you'd be like, wow, like, I mean, I didn't want it to sound like I was complaining, but it's just like, you have those moments where you look back and you're like, wow, bro, like, I remember, like, at this point in time when I was thinking that this song was gonna be the song that blows me up and blah blah blah, all that kind of shit.
Right. Yeah.
And then, like, it's like it's funny because it's like the longer I've been doing this, bro, the less I think about like I just because it's like, bro, I just have so much belief in my talent now that I feel like I could just pump out a dope ass album like tomorrow and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
It's like the longer you do it, the better you get at it, and the less you feel like you gotta prove something to anyone besides yourself. You know what I'm saying? Besides yourself. Now the bread on my head part is kind of an exaggeration, but there are times where
Yeah.
I've
I
been
feel you.
like, targeted by certain people. Like I know there was people trying to like, I mean, there was like stuff when I was younger, like violent stuff, and there was also just like, also just people just trying to kill my reputation.
Right. Yeah.
Drag me down, and like, bro, as funny as it sounds, because we were talking about him earlier, there's a lot of
Hmm.
dope things about 50, dog. Like there's like to me,
Yeah. There is.
like literally the simple fact that, you know, there was a day when someone tried to kill him, right? And he had to go to the hospital and recover and all that.
Hmm.
He literally built himself back up from somebody basically trying to assassinate him to becoming like the biggest artist on the earth at a point in time. Like if that ain't
Yeah.
success, like that is like the most amazing success story imaginable. You know what I'm saying? And like, so yeah, I mean, I take major inspiration from that cat's like success. Like to me, like,
Got it.
50, you know what I mean? Even I didn't grow up, selling hella drugs like that fool and you know what I mean, all that, Southside Jamaica Queens. But that cat was a hustler and a survivor, you know what I mean? And who can't relate to
Right.
that, you know?
So
So
true. So true.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And these next ones right here. Go ahead.
Running my own race just at my own pace.
This
Yeah,
one right here. Um, every time I hear something similar to this, right,
yeah,
in conversation or in music, like now this day and age, a lot of people compare themselves to each
yeah.
other,
Of
especially
course.
with social media,
Social media.
and yeah, and like comparing yourself is like a confidence killer.
Yep.
And I try myself not to do it. I try to teach my kids like, hey, don't do that. Just focus on you,
Yep.
kind of thing. So the
Yep.
message behind just this bar, like it's
Yep.
very simplistic, but
Yep.
it's like to me, it's very powerful. You
Yeah.
just saying,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, you know, the shitty it's funny. Okay, like one of the weird like dichotomies and like contradictions within making music and stuff is that
hmm
a lot of times the people around you, they do like they make things worse by putting all this pressure on you to, compete with, to be doing what this person did or what this person did, and
right,
that kind of thing. um but you get to a point where you realize like, okay, i'm I'm doing this for me. Like if other people are, obviously the goal is to get as much support as possible, right? But I don't
right,
want people supporting a fake version of me. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean I'm not one of those people, like I'm not a person like, how some people talk about being real, but they kind of are just tacky, like they're too, like too, like not tactful, like not, like not having like when I say real, I don't mean like being super honest and making people uncomfortable. I don't care about that. I just
right,
mean like the best version of me is this version of me. Like this project, like bro, every single song was something that I like super put a lot of thought to. Even like the club joints, you know what I mean? The part, because bro, like partying is an important part of my life too. Like I like to party with the homies and turn up and stuff, and I'm
right.
not gonna apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You
so
shouldn't.
it's like, yeah, you know what I mean. And every part of it is just something that matters to me. So it's like, I'm just. As funny as it sounds, like it's like where I'm at right now, more than I've ever been. like I'm more than happy with like the pace that I'm going at. Like I'm not worrying about what this artist is doing or this artist is doing. I want people to do well. You know what I mean? I want
Right.
people to do well. I'm not, I'm not no hater. I'm not no jealous person. You'll never hear me like, talking down on people, especially like publicly. I never do
Definitely.
that. You know what I mean? So so yeah, so that's really what it is. Like that's my race. Like when I say my own race, I really mean like how I'm moving. Like I'm moving how I'm moving because
Definitely.
I love being in this position. So yeah,
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 got to be.
yeah.
So those are all the lyrics, man, that stood out to me, man. You got any lyrics that you want to discuss?
Um, um, way I started is like, um, I'm like, how did I don't even, why don't I not remember how I started the damn song? Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up, folks, right here. What the hell?
So what am I
I
doing?
mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? I got my damn laptop right here. Hold on, man. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. We're gonna play the song in a second.
Hold on, I just want to hear that part. My bad. So I don't know if I've really, really conquered my demons. All right. I don't know if I've completely done that. But I like the
Right,
idea that I've at least gotten over some of the things through doing therapy and through honestly through exercise and just all the things that I feel like make me a better person.
right,
And you know what I'm saying? I think I've grown from some of it, maybe not all of it, but there's certain things from my past that used to like drag me down a lot more than they do now. So like, conquer my demons, master my genius, transpose my English. It's just my way
mhm,
of saying like, bro, I just think I'm at this is the right now this is a very I'm not saying I'm not a finished product, but it's definitely like the best version of me because like I think I'm
right. You
growing in
making
a positive,
progress.
as a person and as a father and as a husband and just all that stuff, man. As a friend, as a honestly as a member of like the artist community, bro. Like I try to support. So
Right.
like if it was up to me, bro, I'd like support. Like I have so many friends and different like not just musicians but like photographers, people making movies and just all kinds of stuff. And I be wanting to try to support everybody, bro, because like we have so much talent in Denver. You know what I'm saying? We have so much talent.
Definitely.
You know.
Definitely.
So
Like I also try to support as much as I can.
yeah.
I only support people and things that I can get behind. I don't support everyone.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm not gonna say I support everything,
No. 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 I'm with you.
but I personally like seeing other people win. Like
Yeah.
that gives me some happiness, just other people winning, and it gives me some drive because I see other people winning like
Yep.
that, especially in my lane, in the
Yep.
same lane as me. It's like okay, they did it now.
Yep.
I gotta
Yep.
step my game up.
See,
I gotta
but that's so
do better.
good.
Like
That just says so
right,
much about your character that you take the approach. Because a lot of people take the opposite approach. You know what I mean? They see somebody
yeah,
winning and they try to nitpick every little thing they can about their character or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's like
definitely.
I ain't never been like that, bro. You'll never hear me like talk down on no whether it's like the big whether it's like the Drakes and the I got issues with Kanye, but that ain't based on
Yeah,
like his music or anything like that.
music.
Like,
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, I'm Jewish, you know what I mean? So I got some reservations about that cat right there.
yeah.
But
As
like
expected.
yeah, but like as an artist, I would come on, man. Kanye's like arguably the illest ever.
Oh yeah,
So
facts.
yeah,
Definitely
yeah,
gonna go down as one of the greatest,
yeah.
regardless of his personal stance and his
Right. His
personal
antics
life.
is
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
yeah.
You got any other lyrics that you want to discuss?
Nah, we straight, man. We straight. I mean, all that. I like talking about all the ones. Every one that you picked out was like, I love those bars for sure.